Yeah, so that's what it's doing, and the more it runs, the worse it gets, and go to the point where it actually stalls out. I've already tried cracking the gas cap loose. It is not being starved for air. Something else is going on with it. My guess is the idle circuit is dead, but it shouldn't make it stall completely. May have to use two hands to get the hood open. But it's got a different style carburetor on it, so I figure it'd make for a good video trying to figure out what is wrong with it. So, further ado, let's go do some wrenching on it. So the carburetor is right up there, and the hood in the way is a bit of an issue. I think this is one of the ones you could tilt halfway in position and take it right off without unplugging anything. I think you just have to unplug the headlights. Let's go and do that. Here we go. And let's get her up in the air a little bit. Arise. Yeah, so the carb's a little different on this compared to the regular. So you can see the 4-bolt style going in. And it may have an issue other than the float bowl being dirty, but I don't know. We try to figure that out. Like I said, it'll run to the point where it dies too. It'll start surging so bad. Air cleaner looks okay. I don't see anything going on with that. I do see some fuel sitting down right in the bottom down there, in the bottom left, right next to that black air hose coming in. I don't know quite what that is. Could even be water for all's eyes knows. Let's so that float ball's got 2 Phillips screws kind of going up, and it's a little hard for them to get to. The thing in the front right here, this isn't a fuel shutoff. Let's go take a quick, make sure that's tight. A fuel shutoff, so when you turn the key off, it blocks the jet so it doesn't suck any more fuel up. I don't think we're going to be able to get in there with anything. We have a drain for the bowl, but I'd like to be able to capture it, see if we get any kind of debris out of it. You want to pull it just right away? Why not, right? We're making a video. Yeah, let's go see if we can possibly pull the carb away and get to the bowl itself. What else we got connected to it? Get rid of this plug. Get rid of this vacuum and the fuel line going in. What holds the top on? Is it all one piece? Yes. Those linkages should just pop right off. Be able to pull out of there. Sometimes these don't stay though. That one's connected. Let's get the other one. So one is choke and one is throttle. The back one is throttle. And it's got a little spring on there. There we go. There, disconnected. So some of you old timers might recognize we are back in my old garage. Probably where we made the first 600 videos. Yeah, I figure I'd give it a shot right here. You know, for tools we don't have very much, but worst case we can make a run for it. Let's get these 4 off and see if it'll pull away. I think we might have a mouse nest under the shroud too. I'm looking behind. Let me get this off of here. I see some debris hanging out by the fins on the other side in this area. I see some material. Forgot how noisy it was filming here. The background noise. I don't know if we're going to have enough room to pull that straight out of there, but we are going to find out. Yes, now? Alright. Let's, it's got plenty of fuel dripping down on it. I don't know if we can get that fuel. We'll take the fuel line off of the fuel pump up here. We'll go over to the bench and we'll pop that bowl off and see what we get. Just pop that off. See the nest? material hanging out. Mice, I tell you. Good thing we kind of went in there anyway, because that caused it to overheat. Hey, let's go see if we can get a urine sample out of it. See what we're working with. It really hasn't sat that long. It gets used, you know, it hasn't probably been used in the last, I don't know, month or two because it didn't rain, but it pretty much cuts the grass every other week. So it's not like it's been a long time. Yeah, we're not getting much for dirt. And it doesn't look like it was starving for fuel neither. That float ball seems like it's really full. There you go. We'll let that sit. If there was any water, it would have kind of formed on the bottom of it. But I don't see any. So let's go. Crack her open. We may have to, sometimes you gotta take this out first. Let's go see if it'll play well or not. Because like I said, it blocks off the pickup for the fuel when it's de-energized. A little coil in there, and when the machine is running, it puts power to it, and it pulls a plunger back. And when you shut it off, the plunger just blocks off how much fuel it could suck up. And it's supposed to be for like the run after. Sometimes the run after, and you'll get like a big backfire. That's what it's supposed to try and stop. Oh, we're good. So let's go pull some pieces out. Yeah, it may not let us because of the, like I said, that I think it's kind of blocking the whole assembly from coming out. Let's go see. Nope. I don't see, like, there's a little bit of stuff there, but not much. And there's that plunger I was talking about. So that pulls away, allows fuel to go in, and I'm like, there it goes. That's where it's open. It's allowing fuel to go in, and then you turn key off. It can't suck any fuel up through the center of that. I am not seeing a bunch of dirt that would have caused it so far. Let's go see what we got going under here. So it's a 2-barrel. It's like kind of like one running each cylinder. And my guess is just got a dual set of jets on it. Where the idle circuit is on this, I'm not sure. I think maybe it's just kind of tied right into it. Let's see if we can separate these two parts and dig a little further. Shouldn't be anything really holding it right now, right? I think we just kind of whack it with the heel of a screwdriver. It should pop itself apart. And we go try. Let me go try it with this. There it goes. I'll take out any gaskets though because we don't have any. Alright, so we got up top. Let's go take a peek up in there. Let's go get rid of that hose and we'll get this plate off and we'll see what we have access to. My tool selection is a little on the thinner side here. Everything's over at the big shop. We'll get by. Then come off. Remind me later. I gotta put that on first. And let's go see if these will. What do you think is under there? I must say, I have like an old Toro machine, Toro wheel horse. It's kind of like when Toro bought wheel horse, early 80s, I think. It's kind of a good machine. I tell you, I never had the problems with it that this newer machine has. That gave us a lot of nothing, huh? Just a couple of passages. All right, what else can we open up to go look? I don't know what else we got that that's all the throttle opens. Look at that. Doesn't even allow you to go full throttle. I wonder if that's whatever the horsepower reading of this one is. And it opens all the way up. It's you know, say it's a 20 and then it's allowed to open more than that. It's a 20, it's a 24 horse. That's it. It kind of sucks. So where do you think our idle deficiency is? And we'll blow it out, but in here. Maybe those are the idle ports. Right there and there. Let's see if we take it apart a little further. See if we see anything else that shows up. Could even be non-carburetor related, right? Yeah. Let's go see. I'm gonna look under the scope. I want to go see if those are a couple of idle ports that fuel is supposed to be drawn through. That's about what the size of it. They're just plastic though. There's not even any metal there. I got to take a better look at it, and I'm going to say the two that you're looking at, the two large brass ones, these two right here, those are the main jets, and these two little ones right here are the idle jets. I think this is just a casting of when this plastic piece is made, but these tubes, which line up to these two holes, I think these are the idle circuits that draw from the mains, that draws up across and up into the idle circuits. I don't think they are doing anything. The problem is I do not have a can of brake cleaner here. I have to, I'll go get one, but what I do have, a little squirt bottle. Let's see if we can backfeed some fuel in it. It does seem to push through on both of them. Sorry about that. You hear with compressed air too. Nothing saying that it's not clogged up in here also, so let's go give them a shot. Wonder if there's a way we can kind of leave it open so we can see what's happening. Bear with me. I do not see anything going into the, because it shoots through up there. Seems kind of weird, doesn't it? So those passages go there and there. I have a feeling though, halfway in between is a port that goes into the carb. I think this plate may just be for when they were kind of manufacturing it. Not sure, maybe, maybe not. I also see two little dots right there and right there. That would kind of make more sense. Yeah, that goes into those. Let's go see. I'm gonna go take a minute and get a can of carb clean, and we'll shoot down through those and see if we got a good flow going through. Well, that took a whopping 10 minutes. It's definitely worth it. So, on the ride, I was thinking, so fuel has to draw up through, fuel's got to draw up through two chambers on here, those two chambers, through the carburetor, up through the top, and then down into those ports down there. I am wondering if this had a vacuum leak, right? It would not be able to draw up. It just couldn't do anything. And I think when I took this off, one of the screws was kind of loose. Okay, let's go see if these will. What do you think is under there? So I'm wondering if that may be what our issue is. But let's go give a squirt down those guys and see if it'll come out the other side. Make sure I got you now. Try balls on it. Yeah, that one went through. Let's go see this one. Yeah, they're clear. Turn that off. So this is just the passage down below. That one's clear. That one's clear. Let's go do the same for these. We already shot fuel through them, so we already know. Yeah, so they are all clear. I don't see anything going on with any of those. We can go, of course, go wash the fuel bowl out, which we are going to do anyway. One little booger in there, but I don't think that's what our issue is. That looks way too clean to have a problem. But I am thinking that we had a... Sometimes brake clean is not good for the seals. They'll swell. Let's get rid of that. And just go make sure that everything was a little hard to get. Those are the mains though, and it seemed like it ran fine on the higher RPM. It was just at the idle that we didn't have anything. So let's go throw all this back together. And now I wish I got some sealer for up here, because I have a feeling that's maybe what was happening, is we were having a leak on this. I don't know if you can see like a pattern or something. Plus as it sits over time, it sinks in and could develop a leak. And we are looking for, it would be in this circuit down here. Let's put it back together. I'm going to give it a less than likely. We'll give it a 40% that that's what it was. The only other thing that I see is whatever, there's not much holding pressure on this whole assembly in there, and if this isn't pressed up hard enough against it, I'm getting it dirty, that's going to have a vacuum leak there too. It's not going to be able to draw fuel, because the draw is from the venturi of the carburetor. It all starts at the beginning of the carb and works its way back. So any port, any little area, I'm afraid that hopefully that didn't expand on us like I was talking about. Any little area that it has a leak is going to not be able to draw fuel all the way up. It's gonna fight me getting it back together. All right, let's go see. Yeah, looking at it now that's together, you can see how much distance. So that screws over here, tightening down. But if it gets a vacuum leak anywhere around there, it's just going to suck air. Instead of just sucking fuel through those little pinholes, if it sucks air there, it can't make that fuel draw all the way up through, across, and back down again. Kind of a crappy setup, in my opinion, compared to just a regular float bowl, where it just draws it right up the middle. You could have told me I put the bowl on backwards. Jesus, still don't let me. Alright, we got it back together. I don't know if I have to be sitting up on the seat. The emergency brake is on. We are going to have to give it a second too, because there's no fuel in it. So it may take a second to crank, if it cranks. Give it a second. That top pulley's wobbling like crazy. That's what it's pointing at. I think it was that gasket up top. All right. Let's get that part of it. Let's get this cover off. There is a mouse nest again right there, I believe. So we got a bunch of screws on the side just to take off. Actually, I don't know if I have that bit here. Might be able to get it with an Allen wrench. Let's go try it. I don't know what I have for... Actually, it might be in this set. This is an older one now, so this is not going to be the... This is from like the 90s. One of those bits might work though. See how tight they are. Come on, there we go. Yeah, this is like a what's the name of those? Some of you are saying it right now. kind of drive that is. It's all right. As long as it's 6-point fit, get rid of that, get rid of the shim. And we got a couple of 10mm screws holding the rest of it. Don't think you gotta take them all the way out. You just gotta loosen them. There we go. Oh yeah. My little friend. What's Taro call him? Fluffy? Yeah, Fluffy calls for burned up engines when they make a nest. Inside, see if they eat any wires, which is a common thing too. Usually they'll eat on these. So air's supposed to come from that fan, blow down over across the cylinder head and keep it cool. Well, that's not going to happen on this side anyway, because actually it looks like they got both sides. I'm going to go take an air gun and blow that out. Go shove a rag in here. Alright, it's all back together. Let's go give her a fire. Throttle, a little bit of choke. Good. Trying to turn the idle speed down, but that's probably low as it wants to go. So it's not hunting anymore. Turn that back up. I don't know if there's any more mice anywhere hiding. All right. We shouldn't have to put any parts on it. How light's getting you. Okay then. Nice. Yeah, let's go throw the hood back on her and run her up and down the yard a couple of times, make sure we're good. The grass right here got to be about 12 inches tall, something like that. Let's go give her. Well guys, I ran, I don't know, about a half hour. Ran around in front yard, backyard, emptied the bag about 4 or 5 times. Definitely seems to have calmed it down. I'm still gonna order a gasket set for it. I think they were a little on the expanded side. So then I have a feeling it might come back. So I'd rather just have the capacity of dealing with it now instead of later. But we'll see how that comes in. You know, I think it was that plate on top. I think one of the screws when I was taking it apart, I was like, man, that didn't really have any kind of tension to it at all. So I think over time it may have just kind of crushed itself down. The gas crushed itself down, and that plate was just kind of giving itself a little bit of an intake leak, causing the hunt. And it would get so bad, not so bad when the mower deck was on, but you turn the mower deck off, it would hunt so far, and then even at full throttle, it would just stall and cut right out. So it definitely seems to be doing what's supposed to be doing now. I'm happy about that, because the grass needs a little bit of cutting, just a little. But turn again. I had one other problem with this one time too. The battery went dead and I jump started it, and it took out the CDI and it burned up. So there's nothing to kind of watch out for. Other than that, it's a decent machine. Alright guys, a little at-home video filming. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll probably make this one like a midweek video. Till the next one, I'll see you later.